What's up, everybody? Skye Spider here, Magic Veteran and Queen of all Tarantulas. We are here about to run a Pioneer League running White Weenies. And you are looking at the full deck list right now. If you want to get the full breakdown of the deck list, you can just look at the little scrolly McDo to my side right over here. That will give you links to pretty much everything I do. And the full deck list is up here on my tapped out. I keep this updated even in between videos so you can see what changes I'm making as I keep it updated for whatever the current metagame is. But we are going to break this down real quick, and I'll give you a quick explanation of how the deck functions before we get into round one. So as you can see, the deck has a really low curve to it. So we're only running 18 land. We've got 15 basic planes. We've got Castle Ardenvale, just one copy. This really helps if we start flooding out late game. It lets us use some of that extra mana to start making extra humans. The humans are great with Thalia's Lieutenant. If we draw her, or sorry, I get Thalia in the brain. If we draw him late game, the humans get the +1/+1 counters, or it can put counters onto Thalia's Lieutenant. We've also got Chef at Dunes, which we can use to give a buff to go wide. Again, once we have too many land, because the one weakness this deck has is if we start to flood out on mana, which we really don't need. Boros Elite is just a great one-drop. Once we get a bunch of creatures out, this turns into a 3/3 really easily. Brave the Elements, this is one of our win cons. Once we have a bunch of creatures out, this basically makes everything unblockable. This gets around most of the blockers on the battlefield if we're playing a multicolored deck, but if we're playing where they've just got one color of blockers, everything's unblockable. This also dodges a lot of removal. As soon as they start trying to remove things, we just use this to take care of that. Dauntless Bodyguard. I usually use this guy to protect an early Kythian. Most of the time it's just really cheap 2/1. Get in early, do some quick damage. As you'll notice, most of the creatures in the deck, I think all the creatures in the deck are humans. That's going to synergize really well with Thalia's Lieutenant. Kythian. We've only got 2 copies of Kythian in here. That's because with him being legendary, we don't want to deal with multiple copies, obviously. Once we attack with 3 things, again, like with Boros Elite, he's going to flip over. Basically becomes a 4/4 attacker really easily. Once he flips, we can use him to either goad everything into attacking him, so we can get all of their... make one thing attack him so we can get a problematic blocker out of the way, or we can make it so we don't die simply by getting something to swing at him instead of us, or we can untap something, make it indestructible. Usually I use that on Benelush Marshal to make sure I keep my buff creature protected. That way I ensure my creatures are buffed for an extra combat. He's a really useful key creature for getting extra combats in. Mardu Woe Reaper, I've cut this down to 2 copies, but this is really good for plucking things out of the graveyard, as well as the extra life gain. That at 1 life is not to be overlooked. That is really good for tempo. Don't overlook that 1 life. That's actually really valuable against other aggro decks. Soldier of the Pantheon is surprisingly useful. I'm actually amazed at how many creatures in Pioneer are 2 colors, which makes him pretty unblockable in a lot of matchups. So when you start throwing counters on him with Thalia's Lieutenant, he can get a lot of damage through. Not to mention the life gain from all the 2-color spells that start coming through. Makes it quite a little tempo buff. In matches where he's not as useful, you can always sideboard him out. So quite a valuable little card here. Thraben Inspector, this guy has always been useful in Standard, Pauper, just about every format that's playable. Early game, it's just a cheap little 1-drop that is a little harder to remove because it's a 1/2. And late game, you've got the clue you can pop off to get an extra card draw. Declaration in Stone is so useful. You can remove tokens when they start to build up in large numbers. So many decks are relying on dropping out a ton of zombie tokens off that the land that recently got banned in Standard. This will wipe them all off the table in one fell swoop with just one card. So the card advantage you get off this is ridiculous. A lot of decks aren't thinking about Detention Sphere, so they drop out multiple copies of the same creature, and you can just 3-for-1 them just with this card all at once. I was a little sad we don't have Path to Exile or Swords to Plowshares, but I'm really happy that it's pushed me into Declaration in Stone. This card is just bonkers how useful it is. I've already talked about Thalia's Lieutenant. This card's just super useful. You usually want to wait to drop it until you've got at least 2 creatures in play, just so you're granting the buff to at least a couple of things. Ideally, I like to wait until I have 3. And then you start to build up your other creatures that you're dropping into play, so you start buffing up the Lieutenant as well. Knight of the White Orchid, great way to accelerate, to get lands out of your deck. You're not really accelerating for the point of acceleration. I think I've brought this up in previous videos. You don't really have much to accelerate into with this deck. You're trying to get the land out of your deck so you don't draw it, usually. So you just want to kind of get it out of the deck, just so you want to draw into your gas. Benish Marshal is our other pump creature. 3/3 is a great body to have this on. And then just make all your creatures bigger. Looking at him, I've honestly been toying with the idea of putting 1 copy of Heliod in this deck. Just because you get so much devotion off all these creatures. And Heliod makes token creatures. I wish they were human clerics instead of just clerics. But yeah, I've really toyed with the idea of dropping 1 copy of Heliod in here just to see how well Heliod works. I always have said Vigilance is one of the most useful keywords in Magic. And it's often overlooked. But yeah, with all this devotion, I really want to see how it works. I might try it in the next league I run. So the 2 Mardu Row Reapers I pulled, I ended up putting in 2 Conclave Tribunals thanks to the recommendation of a viewer. One of the hardest matchups for this deck is blue-white control with Super Friends. And the Super Friends are the really hard part. Just all the Planeswalkers. Oko and Teferi and Teferi Light. And Conclave Tribunal gives you some way to deal with all the walkers. And because it has Convoke, I don't have to worry about how much mana I've got in play. Like, if I have 1 or 2 lands, I can still cast this. I just have to tap creatures to cast it. So that actually makes this card still viable as a removal option. So that's the main deck. So the sideboard, I've actually done a lot of retooling as well. So again, with the Planeswalkers being a big issue for this deck, I put in 3 Sorceress Spyglasses. This shuts down Oko, shuts down Teferis, shuts down Liliana the Last Hope, which, oh god, Liliana decimates this deck. So yeah, just all the huge, huge weak spots of this deck are Planeswalkers. So 3 copies of this on the sideboard are a huge help for it. I went ahead and threw the 2 Gideons back in. Board wipes are a big problem, so being able to have something survive a board wipe and keep pumping out creatures is really helpful. In matchups with Liliana the Last Hope, dropping that emblem is a good way to get around her. Selfless Spirit is another way to survive board wipes. We've got 2 giant killers in here. I went ahead and upgraded to the prettier picture because these guys are really great against Mono Green Devotion, any of the stompier decks with the big creatures. What's the name of the deck? Esper Dragons, I think is the name of it. This is great against the Ojutais and Salamgars in that deck. Deafening Silence is good against Phoenix? Other decks similar to that. And Authority of the Consoles is great against just pretty much any stompy, any aggro, anything that wants to try and get tempo against us. It basically takes away their blockers, really slows them down horribly. The life gain is just astronomical. If you get a couple of these in play, the game is pretty much over. There's no way for them to catch up against you. I find a lot of games in this format, I'm siding all 4 copies of this in, and then just figuring out what card to take out, like which card isn't as good against their deck. So that's basically how this deck is running. Let's go ahead and see where we're going in round 1 and what we get paired up against. But yeah, I think I've played 7 events with this deck so far, and I've done 5 4-1 finishes, and then a couple of bad ones where I've just had bad matchups or bad draws. But yeah, a lot of really good finishes. No 5-0 yet, but the way I've been playing, it's bound to happen. Alright, let's see how we can do. We won the die roll. Let's see, 2 lands are good, that's all I like to see. All 1-drops. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this hand. Let's go ahead and keep it. I think I'm going to start off with let's start off with a bodyguard here. I want to go ahead and get the damage flowing pretty quickly. It's hard to tell with the bodyguards. I think that's the foil one. I've only got 1 foil in here. You can always tell when your opponent has to stop to read your cards. Is this the foil? Yes, the foil. Okay, Temple of Deceit. We might be up against Esper Dragons. Put a card on top. Oh, Thalia's Lieutenant. We're in business. So we're going to drop a couple more 1-drops this turn, so next turn we can drop the Thalia's Lieutenant. So we'll play Shephet Dunes, drop Boros Elite, and then I'm going to drop a Bodyguard protecting the Boros Elite. Okay, so we're definitely in Dimir over there. This may not be Esper Dragons if they're going this hard. Cast down. Okay, do I want to protect it? I'm going to go ahead and let it die just because I want that Lieutenant to get me max damage here. And like without an extra attacker, I'm not going to be able to pump up the Elite on my turn. So let's go ahead and drop my Lieutenant here. Yeah, you picked the wrong one to kill. So they're going to take 6. And then we're going to play the Plains and pump up the Lieutenant. I'm going to go ahead and yield to the Lieutenant so it's automatic. Gets annoying yielding to that one every time. Let's see if they put a card on the bottom. I think they're going to be getting a little desperate here. On top again. So I've got 9 damage in play. I can get it up to 11 by playing both of these. It's not lethal though. So yeah, let's just go ahead and swing everything. Trying not to overextend here. Like, playing these two is not going to get me anywhere extra. So I'm going to save them just in case we have some kind of board wipe show up. I'm not sure what they've got in blue-black, but this format's still evolving. So there might be something I just don't know of. Pardon the runny nose. Like, I think I caught a cold while I was playing pool yesterday. It's also why my voice a little scratchy. Yep, there was a board wipe. Figured there was something here. Let's draw my card. And see, since I planned for it, I've got a recovery. Play the Boros Elite. And the Thraben Inspector. And now I've got 2 mana to pay for this clue token. All I need to do is draw Thalia's Inspector or Thalia's Lieutenant at end of turn. I keep crossing up these card names. And I can swing for lethal. Assuming they don't have an instant kill spell. Or I can draw a land. Activate the Shephet Dunes. Okay, I can swing for 2, get them down to 1. What you got, Ganfar? Debating even playing that. I think I'm just going to sit on it. Doesn't do me any good to play it, I don't think. Also, just a reminder, one of those 5 cards in their hand is a swamp. They revealed it for the Choked Estuary. So we know a tiny portion of the hand. Oh, they're digging. So this might just be Dimir control is what I'm thinking. Probably has Salumgar for the kill shot. The one that steals a planeswalker creature. Is that the one they revealed? Yeah. Oh, there's the other board wipe. And that is why we don't play our last creature. Play the one that has protection from multicolored, in case they have any multicolored removal. We don't need to play a second color, they're at 1 life. Anything we get through gets through. But yeah, if they play the Salumgar that steals creatures, they can't steal Soldier of the Pantheon. Oh, do you have the kill spell? Yeah, they have Cast Down. So yeah, we're now in the step of can they keep killing 1 creature every turn? Because I'm not going to play more than 1 creature a turn. I am liking that this is stalled a little because I'm getting to see more of their deck. The drawback is they're getting to see more of my deck too. My deck's a little more straightforward though. Oh, what kill spell this time? Ooh, Torrential Gearhulk. That's what we got removal for. Cast down. Cast down it is. It looks like I'm going to take 5 damage before I can remove this, since Declaration in Stone is a sorcery. I wonder what they play in the way of counterspells in this deck. I've got to Brave the Elements, so I can protect my next creature. Okay, I don't have enough to get the Bellenish Marshal out, but I'm kind of wanting to hold it until I can protect it anyway. Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. Poop. Fine, take a card. It's probably going to be the creature. Oh. I was not expecting that. You must only have 1 kill spell left. Okay, I'm not going to show them Kithion yet. Alright, show me your last kill spell. Sack the land to trigger the Fatal Push to be able to hit something bigger. Okay. There are fetch lands in this format. My deck is mostly creatures. I will never stop. Jeez. How is this a game of Magic? This is annoying. Oh my god. Well, okay. Let's get a Plains out of the deck so I don't draw as many more. Weren't we just talking about this? And we'll play one. Love how it comes in untapped. Let's see if we can get Kithion flipped. They're probably going to hit me with a board wipe. Yeah, they're probably going to hit me with a board wipe. Let's just leave it. Let's play it safe. They're at 1. Yeah, I was waiting for the second Fatal Push. Maybe I should have played an extra creature. Oh, Narset. Oh god, Narset with that fucking Time Twister-like card. Really? Let's see if they take the Brave the Elements again. Yep, they did. This is the longest I've had an opponent at 1 life. I am really sorry about my voice today, by the way. I'm recording Monday. I play pool on Monday, or I'm recording on Tuesday. I play pool on Monday nights. I have a feeling someone had a cold there. Should I try and make them have a board wipe? I've got the clue. I'm just so paranoid I'm going to lose both of them at the same time. Fuck it, they're more likely to have single target removals than a board wipe. Let's force them to have the board wipe. So they got the Fatal Push. They've got a Hero's Downfall. They have like 1 creature in that deck or something. Oh god, they're doing this. They're doing this stupid Narset Sanitarium combo where I have to discard a card that I draw so I stop drawing cards. Basically, they're forcing me to not play Magic anymore. So I might as well play the 2 cards in my hand. Which order do I play them in? Does it even matter? Oh god, here comes a counterspell. I think I'm just going to make them eat up their timer. I think that's the best strategy I've got in this matchup, the way they're playing. Seriously, if you're going to play like this, be prepared to fucking finish your game. The goal of Magic is to beat your opponent, not to not die. Are you going to play the removal now? It's your last chance. Okay, if they remove the bodyguard, I have no more creatures for the rest of the game. Because they have me in a hard lock. And then I'm just going to force them to use their... Yeah, I'm going to force them to use their timer now. Because I have literally no way to win. I'm just going to auto-yield. Let my timer rest and make them use theirs. Because I can't do a damn thing. It's a really frustrating lock to be stuck in. They really have like 1 card that wins in this entire deck. Did I exile it too? I think I exiled it. Yeah, I exiled their Gear Hulk. And I don't see any other... I haven't seen any other creature or way of winning in the deck. Are you doing the thing? They're doing the thing. Yep, use your timer. No skin off my tits. Let's see you win 2 games with this time limit. I think they're just waiting for me to concede. I'm not conceding to this. Show me how you win. Oh, you're not doing the thing? I assumed you were doing the thing. Oh, you are doing the thing. You just did it late. I shouldn't have auto-yielded. Oh, there's their way to win, finally. They do have a second one. Oh, and they have a Field of the Dead. Good to know. They're showing me way more than they really need to. Are you doing the thing? Okay, I'm casting a creature then. I'm going to make this as hard on them as possible. Keep using your timer. Oh, they have 3 of them. Okay, so they probably have 4. Man, they're not even taking their timer into consideration. Or the fact that they keep showing me stuff. Yep, I'm very dead. Let's sideboard. Okay. This is definitely a match for Gideon. Wait, Supple Spirit doesn't do shit here. What am I doing? Giant Killer does some stuff. Deafening Silence. Yeah, you do things. I don't think Authority of the Console does shit. Let's see, I need to cut 4 more cards. I like my Declaration in Stones. I think I'm going to cut 1 copy, though. Since they're only playing 4 creatures in the deck. I don't think I want to see 4 copies. Especially with Giant Killers. Yeah, let's go down to 2 copies, since these work as well. I'd rather have ones that double as creatures. You're not as good as you look. And then 1 more. You're not really pulling your weight, I don't think. Anything else? I think that's my sideboard. Alright, let's hope we can knock him out before that happens again. Well, it's an okay hand. Let's go ahead and keep it. Start off with the shiny soldier. It's usually a good sign. Oh, you didn't want to do part of the work for me? I'm going to go ahead and play the knight, just because I want to stay on curve. This matchup is going to be about getting the damage in as quick as possible. They're probably going to remove it anyway. Or not. So we're going to get 6 damage in on my turn. Or they're going to fatal push something. Hopefully they stay on the battlefield, because it'd be nice to get 9 damage in. It'd be really nice to draw Thalia's Lieutenant and finish him off. Highly doubt that's going to happen. Oh man, it would be nice if I could draw Thalia's Lieutenant here. Turn 4 win. Okay, Thought Erasure. Nope, had to draw a land. I'm going to focus on Ganfar here with their Ghost Council. God, Ghost Council versus Teysa. I just realized how marquee this is. I'm going to keep the Thraben Inspector in my hand, I think. Or, I kind of want the... Yeah, I want the clue token. I'll make sure when Narset's out, you don't pop that until it's on their turn. So if you pop it on yours, you will not get shit. Hero's Downfall. That's not good. So that's going to be our Vanillish Marshal here. Oh, we got game 2. Yay! So we did get a turn 4 win. I'm not changing anything. I think I sideboarded well. Ooh, this hand's a little sketchy. This hand's a lot sketchy. God, I don't feel good mulliganing against a deck like this. Oh god, it got worse. I should... Oh god, what are you doing to me, deck? I should have kept that first one. I should have kept the first sketchy hand. Fuck me, what the fuck was I fucking thinking? Ugh. Well then, let's get Thought Seized and make this even worse. Yep, Fatal Push. Oh, they only... Oh, I thought they only had 1 land. I was going to feel better for a second. There's the Thought Erasure. Well, they're going to take Brave the Elements at least. I'd rather that go away. At least the creatures can do something. I probably lost this last game based on those mulligans. What can you do? Just dumb luck. It happens some days. Oof. Oh god, the 2 life really hurts. God, I love these borders. They're so pretty. Looks like an actual Grimm's fairy tale book. Can I borrow that fabled passage, please? You're gonna kill my 1/2. Come on, I'm wearing my Gwynpool shirt. Give me some dumb luck, Gwyn. That's what you're all about. Nothing but dumb luck. They've got that -4/-4 board wipe, don't they? Yep. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck you. I know it doesn't do anything. I'm just being silly because I'm still screwed. Now watch me get thought seized. Lose one of the cards I should have played there. Okay, now you can kill them both. Go ahead. My only hope really is them just running themselves out of time again. I do have a giant killer. Ooh, you want me to keep the Thalia's lieutenant? Oh, because you're going to fatal push it. Okay. I see how it is. Let's chop him down to size. Counterspell. Oh shit. I actually chopped him down. Yay, giant killer! Your adventure actually did something! Alright, let's get a plains out of the deck. See, we're at the point now where we need to keep drawing gas. I'm going wide. And we're going to get languished, I bet. As I said, we don't have much hope to begin with, so... Can I call him or can I call him? Oh, hey. Let's bring some friends to the party. Uh-oh. I got friends. Uh-oh, Jade's got friends. My friends are super too. Uh-oh, he survives board wipes. Yeah, I'm totally seeing why I needed to not cut him from the deck to begin with. That was a dumb move. It pays to understand why the deck works to begin with. Too bad he doesn't synergize with Dahlia's Lieutenant at all. Really sad. I don't know if I even bother to play her right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep her in hand. I might +1 him to swing in, so I can get an emblem as well. Oh no, they do have a way to kill him. Well, poop. Should have gotten the emblem. Oh well, I've got another copy of him in the deck. That's why we play more than one. Jeez, they're still really high. Everything they're playing is gaining life. Got some more spot removal on those two cards? Of course you do. God, the deck is like all removal. This is like Dimir removal.deck. Also Narset. Also with the Fatal Push. Well, at least I can keep them to one spell a turn now. Unless they happen to have one counter spell. Getting your 2 spells out of the way now? Yes, you are. Okay. Just don't want to lose 2 life, do you? Well, at least they're down to 1 spell a turn now. And in blue-black, there's no way for them to get rid of that, I don't think. Skye puts it on the... Taking their time here. On the bottom. It's a good sign for me. It took a while to think about it and didn't like it. Okay, they're digging. Just gonna let them eat up their timer a little bit here. All the land. Remember how I only have 18 land? Oh, I didn't even see what the fuck that was. Oh, they do have a way of getting rid of it. They just committed it to the top of my deck. So they could play another Narset. I really don't see the point in doing that. It didn't really do much. Since, you know, they only had 2 cards in hand. Oh, they wanted to memory and make it so I only got 1 card. Wow, what a combo. Oh no. I'm so screwed. You're such a good Magic player. Sorry, slamming my knee into the desk right there. Excuse me. Uh-oh, Jade can make creatures every turn. Let's try and pump up the Thalia's Lieutenant with the tokens. They're just going to kill it, but... I'm going to give them something to do. Again, I'm going to eat through their timer. They can't do anything about this being here. Oh god. Stupid Urborg. Make me take longer. I am going to swing at Narset here, just to get her off the table, since she's at 1. They probably have another one in hand. Well, they don't if they're actually going to try and remove the token here. Oh. Yeah, they must not have another one in hand. Yep, they're under 5 minutes now. I might be dead to this Gear Hulk, but let's see how long I can block it with soldier tokens. If that's even possible. Are you going to kill it before I'm allowed to block? Of course you are. God, annoying ass Urborg. Making my basic planes hard to tap. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, I think every removal spell they played just about has gained them life this game. I wonder how much damage I've actually dealt. Yep, I made them earn it. That was an annoying, annoying game. I'm sorry to make you sit there and watch me play it, but I'm more sorry that I had to actually play it. This deck, oh my god. God, I hope I don't have to play that again for a while. That is just obnoxious. Seriously, that's just an obnoxious deck to play against. Holy shit. Yeah. So that's a thing in the format, I guess. Holy shit. Like, that feels like I'm playing against a modern deck, like an annoying-ass modern deck. Oh, well. I still kicked their ass in game 2. It was just the mulligan in game 3. What can I say? I almost got him game 1, too. But yeah, I'm going to jump off Twitch here and go get ready for round 2. I'll be right back.